Hey there everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're tackling a heavy but crucial subject: countries with restrictions or bans against Jewish people. It's a topic riddled with historical baggage, current geopolitical tensions, and sadly a lot of misinformation. Our goal isn't to provide an exhaustive list, but to start a conversation and encourage critical thinking. So, buckle up. We'll explore the whys and hows of these restrictions, their impact, and what we can learn from all of this. Let's get started. Our first stop is Iran. Iran's constitution recognizes Judaism as a protected religion, but Iran's government has a tense relationship with Israel. This tension affects travel restrictions. Israeli passports or evidence of travel to Israel can bar entry to Iran. It's a complex situation with no easy answers. Next, we move northwest to Syria. Syria has a complex relationship with Israel marked by conflict and political tension. This tension leads to travel restrictions for Israeli citizens and those with evidence of travel to Israel in their passports. Our journey takes us west to Lebanon, a country with a diverse population and a history intertwined with its neighbors, including Israel. Lebanon does not allow entry to Israeli citizens or those with evidence of travel to Israel in their passports. These restrictions are tied to broader political and security concerns. Chapter 4. Yemen. Yemen restricts entry to Israeli citizens and those with Israeli stamps. This policy aligns with other Arab nations and Yemen's stance on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Chapter 5. Iraq. Iraq bars entry to Israeli citizens and those with evidence of travel to Israel. This policy stems from Iraq's stance on the Arab-Israeli conflict and its regional alliances. Chapter 6. Libya. Libya enforces strict restrictions on travel for Israeli citizens and those with Israeli stamps in their passports. This policy reflects Libya's historical stance on the Arab-Israeli conflict and its alignment with other nations in the region. Chapter 7. Algeria. Algeria maintains strict travel restrictions for Israeli citizens and those with evidence of travel to Israel. This policy is deeply rooted in Algeria's historical support for the Palestinian cause and its firm position on the Arab-Israeli conflict. Chapter 8. Tunisia. Tunisia has specific restrictions regarding Jewish visitors, though these are not as stringent as some other countries on our list. These restrictions are rooted in Tunisia's complex relationship with Israel, which has fluctuated significantly over the years. Chapter 9. Pakistan. Pakistan does not have formal diplomatic relations with Israel, which has implications for travel by Israeli citizens. The lack of diplomatic ties creates practical challenges and uncertainties for Israeli passport holders seeking to enter Pakistan. This situation complicates travel plans for many. Chapter 10. North Korea. North Korea restricts entry for most nationalities, including Israelis. While not targeting Jews specifically, its travel policies limit entry globally. Chapter 11. Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia does not recognize Israel as a state. Historically, it has restricted entry for Israeli citizens and those with evidence of travel to Israel. Chapter 12. United Arab Emirates. Historically, the UAE did not recognize Israel. This changed with the Abraham Accords. These agreements normalized relations, boosting tourism and economic cooperation. Chapter 13. Qatar. Qatar does not recognize Israel and has policies reflecting this. While it is engaged in limited diplomatic interactions, Qatar restricts travel for Israeli citizens. Chapter 14. Kuwait. Kuwait does not recognize Israel, restricting entry for Israeli citizens and those with evidence of travel to Israel. These policies stem from Kuwait's historical stance on the Arab-Israeli conflict and alignment with other Arab nations. Chapter 15. Bahrain. Bahrain historically did not recognize Israel. However, recent agreements, including the Abraham Accords, have led to normalized diplomatic and economic relations between Bahrain and Israel, marking a significant shift. Let's shift our focus to Oman, a nation on the southeastern coast of the Arabian Peninsula. Oman currently does not recognize Israel and maintains policies reflecting this stance. Moving south to Africa, we arrive in Sudan, a nation grappling with political transitions and internal conflicts. Sudan has a complex history and has enforced laws considered anti-Semitic. These laws impacted the Jewish community and reflect ingrained prejudices. Our journey takes us to Mauritania, a country in northwest Africa covered by the Sahara Desert. Mauritania has laws considered anti-Semitic. These laws, rooted in historical prejudices, have impacted the Jewish population in Mauritania. Let's shift our focus to Afghanistan, a country in South Central Asia that has experienced decades of conflict and political instability. Afghanistan's laws and societal attitudes have often been hostile towards Jewish people. These prejudices have created a challenging environment for Jewish individuals in Afghanistan. Our next stop is Palestine, a region with a complex and contested history. Within the territories, there are policies and attitudes criticized as anti-Semitic. These range from official statements to social media posts and violence. We need to address a dark chapter in human history, Nazi Germany. From 1933 to 1945, the Nazi regime enforced a horrifying campaign of persecution against Jewish people, culminating in the Holocaust. The Holocaust serves as a stark reminder of the devastating consequences of unchecked hatred and intolerance. The horrors of the Holocaust extended beyond Germany's borders. Poland, under Nazi occupation, became a site of unimaginable suffering for its Jewish population. The Nazis established ghettos and concentration camps, systematically murdering millions of innocent people. Our journey through history takes us to the Soviet Union, a nation that, for much of the 20th century, espoused atheism and suppressed religious practices, including Judaism. The Soviet Union had various anti-Semitic policies from the 1930s to the 1980s. These policies restricted Jewish cultural and religious expression, limited educational and employment opportunities, and included state-sponsored propaganda. Let's travel back to Spain, a country with a rich and complex history. In 1492, the Alhambra Decree expelled Jews from Spain, starting centuries of persecution. This history shows how deeply rooted prejudice can be and how long it takes to confront and overcome it. Our exploration of history now takes us to Portugal, a country with a storied past. Like Spain, Portugal enforced anti-Semitic laws and policies, starting in 1497. These policies, driven by religious intolerance, led to the persecution and expulsion of many Jewish people from Portugal. Our journey now takes us to Italy, known for its rich cultural heritage and contributions to art, music, and literature. However, under fascist rule from 1938 to 45, anti-Semitic laws were enacted, aligning with Nazi Germany. These laws led to the persecution of Italian Jews, with many deported to concentration camps. Our exploration of World War II-era Europe takes us to Hungary, a country in Central Europe with a rich history and complex identity. During World War II, Hungary, aligned with Nazi Germany, enforced anti-Semitic laws. These laws led to the persecution and murder of hundreds of thousands of Hungarian Jews. Our journey through history takes us to Romania, a country in southeastern Europe with a diverse cultural heritage. During World War II, Romania, under an authoritarian regime aligned with Nazi Germany, implemented anti-Semitic laws and policies. These laws led to the persecution, deportation, and murder of many of Romania's Jewish population. Our exploration of World War II-era Europe now takes us to Bulgaria, a country in southeastern Europe with a history shaped by its strategic location and diverse cultural influences. During World War II, Bulgaria, allied with Nazi Germany, enacted anti-Semitic laws. Bulgaria's government resisted deporting its Jewish citizens to Nazi death camps, but these laws still caused discrimination and hardship for the Jewish community. Our final stop on this somber journey takes us to Austria, a country in Central Europe known for its musical heritage and stunning alpine landscapes. Following the Anschluss, The annexation of Austria by Nazi Germany in 1938, Austria fell under Nazi rule. During this period, Austria enforced Nazi Germany's anti-Semitic laws and participated in the persecution and deportation of its Jewish population. Thank you for watching. It's been a heavy journey but a necessary one. Remember, these restrictions and bans can change. The geopolitical landscape is in constant flux, affecting communities worldwide. If you found this video informative, please like and share it. By highlighting injustice, we move towards understanding and change. Stay curious, stay informed, and stay compassionate.